So I wanted to do a quick little talk about tank aggression. Sorry for the glare, it's daytime, it's never a good idea to make videos in the daytime, but anyway, this is my 300 mixed cichlid tank, and I say mixed because it has South American and African cichlids. Electric blue Jack Dempseys, red devils, a bunch of Mabunas, Oscar, Severums. I won't go over all the types of fish, but that's basically what I have in here. So, yeah, tank aggression. You would think putting a monster Oscar, he's about 10 years old, into a tank with all these other fish would be a problem. In the case of this Oscar, not. Because he's very docile, he can't be bothered with anybody, doesn't bother anybody. Now, this is my community tank. His brother, as some of you have seen, sorry for the glare again, lives in a tank by himself. Because, yeah, he's got an attitude, as you can see. That 2-pound rock in there, he pushes around the tank all day long. Even makes me fear that he's going to smash the tank. Luckily, the bottom has silicone, so it hits the silicone before it hits the glass. But, yeah, he could never go in the 300 community tank. No way. He'd terrorize every fish in there. So, the reason I started this video is you can see these two purple Mabunas up here. Since they were babies, they're both males. Since they were babies, they just race around the tank together, playing together all day long, never fight. They just, it's hilarious to watch them. They just play together. They follow each other around, swim around all day long together, since they were babies. I have two electric yellow Mabunas, a male and a female, and the male never leaves the female alone. You hardly will see her because she's always hiding somewhere because he's on the hunt for her 24/7. And sometimes he'll chase her to the point where she's exhausted and will hide up in the corner of the tank panting. It happens. I mean, if you get a really bad situation, here they go, see right there. If you have a really bad situation where the fish is getting nipped and the fins are getting bitten up and stuff, yeah, then that's a problem. It's time to take one of them out and separate them. That's what you gotta do. Community tank is not an easy thing to maintain when you mix, even when you don't mix. I mean, the biggest problems I have are with the like fish. So like I said, those two yellow Mabunas, they never stop. Sometimes this red devil, he's growing to be the biggest fish in there, and he's taken over the dominance of the fish tank, only because the Oscar could care less. Otherwise, he would be the dominant. But yeah, he doesn't start trouble, but it's funny to watch the social aspect of this tank, most tanks, if you learn your tank and your fish, because he plays the peacemaker. When two fish are really fighting, like going in circles, chasing each other's tails, biting, he'll swim up to them and separate them. It's the funniest thing to see. He keeps the tank pretty calm, but at the same time, he starts shit with Severum because she's the next biggest fish. But she's also pretty docile. She doesn't bother anybody. Will occasionally push Oscar out of her way here and there, but that's it. The three big fish hang out together up there. It's pretty funny too. I think because they want to stay out of the chaos of all these little guys flying around. Electric Jack Dempseys, electric blue Jack Dempseys, yep, they pretty much are observers. I have two of them. Male and female again. They'll never mate in this tank, I'm sure, but the male hangs out on this side, the female hangs out up there with the big guys. Can't see her, but she's up in the corner there. And them too, they don't want to be bothered with all this chaos, so they just stay off on the side and observe. Nobody ever bothers them, for obvious reasons. They're bigger fish. And then they never bother anybody unless they're being invaded in this space. So that's the other thing. A lot of aggression comes from territory. For some reason, they all love this one little cichlid hut here, and that electric blue has owned it for the past 6 months, probably. He chased, I have a blue Johanny, who's now over there. He chased him out of there. They battled for a couple of days until Johanny finally gave it up to him. And then there's a manganese cichlid over here too. So you can see I have a very mixed tank of species, and they all get along. Occasionally I'll have a little problem. Somebody will be in a bad mood and start shit with everybody else. But if nobody gets injured, if it doesn't last long, I just observe it and have fun with it. It's a social game. It's like a nursery classroom of kids, basically. And on the rarest of occasion, if I have to take somebody out, I mean, it's my hobby, so I have other tanks. You can see a lot of the orange Mabunas in here. Yeah, I have like 6 generations at this point. Grandpa, the very oldest one of them all, he's just had it with all the action in this tank. And I found him cowering over here in this corner one day, just like hiding from everybody, and he didn't move the whole night. So I finally felt bad for him and pulled him out and shoved him into just a 30-gallon that I have over here set up for quarantine and such. So he's living a happy, quiet life now, not being bothered by anybody. So that's what you have to do sometimes. Or your local pet store will take fish back if they're too aggressive if you have a community tank. So I have a second Severum too, and she too doesn't get bothered because she's so much bigger than the rest of the fish. Even the babies are not bothered at all. And I have some really tiny ones, as you can see right there. Like the 2 playful, curious ones are coming over to see the camera. But yeah, not a single one of my babies has ever been eaten either. That's how docile this tank is. And that's also because they're not stupid goldfish. Baby cichlids are really fast, really smart, so it's not easy to catch them. The manganese tries, he hunts them, he hides around the corner of the rock waiting for them to come out, but they're too fast. Throw a dumbass goldfish in here and he's dead in 2 seconds. But anyway, that's my discussion on tank aggression and fish social skills. Thanks for watching.